Hi, I'm Alan. You've probably gathered that from the page. And in a few months' time, from April through to July, I'm going to walk all the way around Wales. In May last year, the Welsh Government launched a new footpath that went all the way around the coast of Wales. And that linked up lots of existing paths, but it's the first time they've all been linked together. And it's the only country in the world, so as far as anybody knows, that actually has a complete coastal path. In addition, up the borderlands of Wales, there was an existing path called the Offers Dyke long distance path. And together they enclose or go round nearly the entire Welsh border. Together, that amounts to over 1,000 miles. Some people say 1,030, some 1,080. It's a bit vague, but certainly well over 1,000 miles. And I'll be taking about 3.5 months to walk that. Now, if that was just a walk, it would be a holiday, and I wouldn't be doing this video now, and I wouldn't have the Indiegogo page up. The reason I'm asking for your help is that this is also a social and a research agenda behind this. Going around Wales, a lot of the areas will be very marginal, very much at the edges. I live, in fact, on a little island in Scotland, and as I look out now, I can see the sea. Beautiful, beautiful place to live. However, the broadband is perhaps at best flaky. The mobile signal, you're lucky if you get it at all. And yet, modern society depends on these technologies in order to function fully often, whether it's e-government or e-shopping. So people at the edges who are physically marginal often become marginalised digitally as well. So this is a real concern. You add to that other issues to do with education and health at the edges. Happily on the island health is very well provided, but that's not the case everywhere. So there's lots of issues to do with being at the edges, and digital technology doesn't always make them better. Sometimes you actually become worse in some of these areas. It's not just about people who are perhaps at the edge of society. The coast of Wales also takes you past the major cities of Wales, through Cardiff, through Newport, Swansea, Aberystwyth, Bangor, all the major places you go through the heart of, or certainly around the edge of. So in some ways, there's a sort of social transcript, an economic transept of the whole of the country of Wales by going round. So I'm hoping to learn from that, both about the margins, but also about some of these issues in cities as well. I'm going to do two things. One is I'm hoping I will bring knowledge to that through years as in university and working in IT and technology. So I'll bring some technological knowledge and hopefully do some things to help people along the way. But also want to listen and actually see what's happening out there. I've got my preconceptions, some of which are informed, but there'll be all sorts of things I'll learn as well. For example, a few months ago, as part of the preparation of this walk, I was down in Pembrokeshire in St David's, major town there, largest supermarket. The credit card machine couldn't work because it couldn't get an internet connection. So there are things that are happening all around you that you see on the ground, and that's what I want to see, both from what I see, but also through the people I'll meet and talk to on the way. That I'll use to shape my agenda and hopefully, I said, help people, but also I want to offer that back into the community. I'll be blogging, I'll be offering all sorts of things. There'll be writings that are coming out, software for other people to use. So a whole range of things I hope to give back to the community in hope that other people, other researchers, other technologists, they may be technical side, but also this might be true of social or economic researchers, will be able to look at that data and perhaps be able to influence their own work, maybe offer instant solutions that help people on the ground now, or maybe in the future, perhaps shaping policy, who knows. It's a fairly open agenda. I'm not making promises about very specific things because the aim is to actually understand things on the ground as I'm walking. As you can imagine, this is not going to be the fastest time around Wales there. Last year, one woman ran around the coast of Wales, or ran around the whole of Wales in 40 days, a marathon each day. This year, somebody's planning to go around the coast of Wales in 30 days, walking very long days. So it's not going to be the fastest time around because the aim is to spend time with people. My employers, the University of Birmingham and Talis, are both allowing me to spend my time to do this, which is the major cost involved actually. But also I'm looking now for support for some of the other costs and to contribute to some of the costs of accommodation and travel along the way. And that's why I'm appealing to you now to support me in different ways, and you can see some of the options of how to do that. I'll also be doing some charity sponsorship on the way, so if you'd prefer to do that, links from the website for the walk will give links to sponsorship as well of that kind. So you can either help me in terms of the costs of doing it, or sponsor charities that I'm nominating on the way. So I'm hoping you can help me with this. But now I would like to say I am fit and prepared and raring to go. Actually, I've not done a long walk. I've not walked more than 5 or 6 miles since I was in my 20s, and I'm a little bit more than my 20s now. So I'm trying to get a little bit of practicing in. I've got some boots, and it's a nice day out there. So I think I'll stop talking and get walking.